welcome. My name is Edshara, and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I've read so far this month. Now, to start off, we have Leave Me Alone by Barry Eisler, and this one follows Livy Alone, who is a sex crimes detective, and she's also a vigilante, and her sister were sold as children by their parents and trafficked. And so I knew going into this one that this was going to be probably a tough read, but I felt like I could, or I thought I could, separate reality from fiction. In the end, some of the content I just wasn't able to stomach, so I did DNF this at around page 70. Now, I think whenever you hear about trafficking, you kind of know some of the things that may or may not happen just from watching the news and that kind of thing. So I felt like the author could have got away with leaving a lot of those types of details out. But he did include some scenes that were a little bit too well written, even though they weren't probably as graphic or as detailed as they could have been. And so for me personally, I felt that I couldn't continue with this book, so I did put it down. Now, from what I did read, like I said, it was well written, so I do think I would be interested in checking out some of his other books, just because I think that if the content is a little bit different, I may actually enjoy them. Then I have An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. This was in Oprah's book club selection, and I've heard nothing but great things about this book. The problem is, I didn't enjoy it. I ended up giving this book 2 stars. I thought going into this that this was going to be a story about a black marriage that is strong and, you know, just has to weather the storm of, you know, the husband being incarcerated for a crime he didn't commit. But this couple was dysfunctional. This book was messy, and I just don't think I read the same book that everybody else read, and I don't think that's a bad thing if you enjoyed this book. I just didn't see what everybody else who loved it saw. The characters were selfish and insecure, and where I thought that this book would kind of shine the light on, you know, people who are incarcerated for crimes that they didn't commit, it was more of just a plot device. It wasn't really a book to kind of educate us. And I don't think that, you know, every author has to pick a topic that they can, you know, educate you about. But I don't know. I just thought that, you know, it was a little too careless, the usage of, you know, this character being improperly incarcerated. And, you know, then kind of the resolutions towards the end, I didn't particularly care for either. So this is not one that I would recommend. And then I have March, Book 3, written by Congressman John Lewis and Andrew Aiden, and then illustrated by Nate Powell. This is book 3, so I can't give you any real details, but I will say that this one was just as intense. It was just as hard to read as the first 2. I did learn some more new information that I didn't know about before, and I ended up giving this one 5 stars. I would highly recommend this entire series, especially if you're interested in the civil rights movement and history, period. You should read this graphic novel series. And then the last 2 books are the first 2 volumes of the I Hate Fairyland series. So we have Madly Ever After and Fluff My Life. And I've got to say that these books are gory. Just to give you a glimpse, I'll show you the back cover. That is what you can expect throughout the entire book. But it is done, I think, as much as you can say, in a light-hearted or a fun manner. It's not meant to be horrific or scary at all. The first one I ended up giving 3 stars. I wasn't really interested or in the story. I thought the story was a little bit flat, and Gertrude was a little annoying. I did like her little guide, Larry. I thought he was a pretty interesting character. But I guess it's just going to take me one book to get into a graphic novel series because I didn't enjoy this one that much. But I was, eager to continue the series. And so then I read the second volume and I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I liked this one a lot better than the first one. Gertrude was a little bit easier to take, and I still enjoyed Larry as well as the introduction of a new character. But I also liked kind of the way that the author looked at the pros and the cons of Gertrude's behavior and its effects on Fairyland. So I thought that this one was a much better story, even though on Goodreads the second book gets mixed reviews. And I will say that the art is the star of the show. The colorist did a good job because the colors are so pretty and vibrant, even though you have all this carnage going on. But I don't want to spoil anybody, but let's see if I can show you a picture. But that's one of the pictures, and I don't know, I really enjoyed the art in these books, and I would have looked at these or read these without any dialogue because the art, I think, is that good. But that's what I've read so far this month. I'm currently reading 2 books, and I'm trying to hopefully get to get some of those out of the way because I already know Children of Blood and Bone is waiting for me at the library, and I want to try and get as many books read and out of the way so I can enjoy that one without feeling like I need to rush it. But I'm so excited. I can't wait to read it. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, guys, God bless. Bye! Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My channel. No, that's not cute.